All right, we got low low KD. What's the business with you? And why it's okay, y'all ain't got the easy ones where it be like Brenda 4578. But shout out to y'all. Uh, first off, today is it is National Hot Dog. I mean, Nachos Day. And I personally have given up on the nachos because Taco Bell prices is too damn high. And this ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Do y'all know a chalupa is $6.99 now in the Midwest, in the South states, and I heard it is like $7.99 in the goddamn California and stuff. They really need to increase these prices, but I did want to say happy National Nachos Day to you guys. Let's see what else is going on. Ain't none of my stuff together. It is all good. Today is also the day that Jay-Z released his album. What is that album name? American Gangster. It was released November 6th, 2025, and it is very funny how time goes by. In other Jay-Z news, you know he been trying to run away from that little boy that, well, he ain't a little boy no more. He like 30 years old, but the judge has finally said he don't have to ever worry about taking a paternity test with this guy ever again. You heard the details of that. The paternity seat. God damn it. This is great. Show your ass over here. All right, there we go. Jay Z's paternity case is dismissed 10 years after a man claimed he was fathered by the rapper. And this is according to page 6, a paternity lawsuit filed by a man claiming to be Jay Z's son, Ramir Satterwhite, has been dismissed with prejudice. Page 6 has learned. And this is a guy right here. I'll be honest, that look like Jay Z and stuff. If you know the back end of the story, he 30, so around the time that Jay-Z would have had him, his mom would have been 16, so they say. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't have a fact-checking department yet. That's just what they say. And for me, it's kind of like, why wouldn't he just get the paternity test? It's only like $100. Jay-Z claimed he worth $1 billion. Take the test. If it is his son, you got $1 billion. So you say. And just break them off 100, 200, 300 and move it along. But I don't think Jay-Z want that 16, 15-year-old smoke. If that's what it is. But I feel sorry for the dude, man. He just want to know where he got his lips from. It's a sad state of affairs out there. And some good news. Billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott donated $38 million to Atlanta-based all women HBCU Spelman College, which is very great. They have received an unrestricted $38 million gift from, and this is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, to support student access scholarships and technology upgrades. This marks her second major investment in the institution. The funds will allow Spelman to expand financial aid so that talented scholars from all backgrounds can complete their education. At the same time, the college will invest in modernizing its technology infrastructure to enhance the academic experience and prepare students for a digitally driven world. Now, I got to say this. It's super dope. I'm very happy for all of them and stuff, but don't it seem like $38 million could just like pay for everybody's tuition and then just give everybody a subscription to ChatGPT? Like, you don't really need, because let's be real. Let's be honest. The only reason this show is sucking right now, I ain't use ChatGPT. I ain't have time to get it loaded up. I don't even know why they got college no more on some real shit. You know what? It's time for an editorial. Look, you guys. ChatGPT do everything. Like, there's no reason. My daughter, she graduated with honors and stuff, and she's in college right now. And my son, he is like me when I was in school. He ain't doing too well, and I don't have it in me to try to make him do, because he just ChatGPT. Everybody's job that is in front of a computer could be done by ChatGPT. So Mackenzie just paid for the folks' dorm rooms and for the parties and stuff. Get everybody they own ChatGPT, and let's call it a day. Now I want y'all to know I am not an educator, nor am I someone you should listen to for good advice when it comes to that. But that's just my idea of the whole situation, though. But shout out to them and people that do need some tuition. In more bad news, now this was stupid right here. So Paul Pierce says the only way to really know if a girl loves you is to cheat on her and see how she reacts. Now we gonna listen to the clip of what he had to say, and I'm gonna have some words about this guy. Let's get into it.
If you really want to know if a girl love you, you need to go out and cheat on her. Let's see. If you really want, if you really want to know if a girl love you for real, go cheat on her and see how she react. Now we gonna see what's real. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Tell me. Tell me.
I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you really want to know
If a girl really love you, go out and cheat on her.
Okay, and if that girl loves herself more than you, then you ain't got no chance in the world.
She should.
Exactly. So you want to be with a woman with low self-esteem? That's the type of advice you're giving young men.
That's love. That's just love.
Yeah, it is to a certain degree, but that's not something that, listen, just because I might decide I'll stay with someone, you don't. God will.
That's out here, like, really, if you really want to know.
God will. Trust me. There's going to be tests that you can't even think of. You've been through so many tests in your life that you couldn't create it if you wanted to. Trust me. So stop trying to tell young men to go cheat on their women to test them. Like, that's the worst advice you can give.
I said, if you want to know if a woman loves you.
That's the worst advice you can give anyone.
So won't you give me some advice of how do I find out if a girl loves me?
I just told you, you're going to be tested in different ways.
How do I find out? What's the test? Give me an example.
Women don't deserve to struggle just to have love.
Well, it go both ways.
No,
I'm saying that, but it go both ways for the man, for the woman. Let me, if you want to see if a man
go cheat on him.
Go cheat on him. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's really sad that these older guys that got money, and it's usually just sports guys, uh, are very what's the word I'm looking for? They not stupid, but you can just tell they got their heart broke real bad, and they just aren't able to recover. This gentleman is sitting here in it appears to be some type of robe and draws, and talking about the way you find out the way your girl love you is to cheat on her. Now I'm not gonna be obtuse. Okay, people test each other in relationships all the time. And if I cheat on you and you stay, yeah, that does prove you love me, but it also proves that you are crazy. Yes, you are insane, especially if you didn't want me to cheat. How I'm gonna go to sleep at night and you was cool with me cheating, but you told me you didn't want me to cheat and not think I'm gonna get stabbed in the back. Like, he cool with some dangerous stuff. That just makes no sense to me. Somebody stay with me. It also makes them, like she said, that's some low self-esteem, possibly, but I'm more equated with crazy. And yeah, that's bad advice for you fellas out there. Nobody should test nobody by cheating. You test somebody by, like, waking them up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and tell them you thirsty. That's the kind of test that you do. If they go get you a water, if they don't be like, why the fuck you gonna go down there and get your own damn water? If they go get you a water, then you know you got the one. Cheating and stuff, that's bringing all sorts of STDs and police to the table. So yeah, man, pray for what's his name? What's his dude name? He always got some horrible advice. Paul Pierce, yeah. But it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Let's see. In celebrity news, congrats to Clarissa Shields. She signs a 2-year, $8 million multi-fight deal. The details of this, per Sports World, says that let's see. This is one of the most lucrative deals in women's boxing history. The partnership includes cross-promotional opportunities to blend boxing with culture, music, and entertainment. Shields, who is undisputed heavyweight champion, plans to return to the ring in 2006. And you know, I'm pretty happy for her. She works hard. She do a lot of stuff on Instagram though. Like she be posting pictures where it don't be like. How many filters can you put on your face? Like, cause it be seeming like she got 5 filters on, and it's y'all's fault. It's really y'all's fault. This woman just don't ride with her original face and stuff. But I'm happy for her. But you know who really is happy for her? That's right, Papoose. You got you another gravy train you can ride on up. But she probably gonna kill you. I'm be honest. Like you go do something stupid, and I think she gonna punch you in the face while you sleep and knock your esophagus out. I don't know what to tell you, bro, but you need to get out there. Both of them need to get out that situation. Don't never get with nobody after they then just got divorced. It's never go end well. Ever, 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 ever. Also, don't get with nobody who wear beanies in the summertime, because this picture was took in it was took on the 4th of July according to the Google search that I did. All right. Let's see. Next up, in crazy people's news, Antonio Brown reportedly in custody for attempted murder. The former NFL star was extradited from Dubai to the U.S. over a Miami shooting that happened 6 months ago. Boy, that's classic crazy face right there. The details, according to Spiritual World, is Antonio Brown is currently in custody, and he's facing a charge of attempted second-degree murder with a deadly weapon in connection with a shooting that happened 6 months ago. The incident took place May 2025 outside of a celebrity boxing event hosted by online streamer. What is you a grown ass man? Why is you chilling with Aiden Ross? He's a little white boy that hangs with Drake. Like what? But I forgot you crazy. It is what it is. An arrest warrant for Brown was issued June, but he had left the country for the Middle East. Authorities confirmed on Thursday, November 6th, that he had been extradited and is now in the custody of Miami-Dade Department of Corrections. Why you don't, when folks leave the country, why y'all don't go to the places where they won't extradite you? Like, do people be thinking? I don't be understanding. Like, you rob a bank and then they catch you 20 minutes from your grandma's house? Like, what is wrong with y'all? You knew you was gonna get in trouble for that. But maybe because he don't really be getting in trouble for all the other crazy stuff he do, so shout out to him, I guess. I don't know. Let's move on to music news. In music news and crazy people news, Nicki Minaj shared a tweet of a video that Kanye wanted to share with the world. In this tweet, MAGA Nicki, because it's MAGA Minaj now, y'all know she MAGA now. She's also crazy as well. And I almost pressed the cocaine button, but it ain't over here. She said, so happy to see Kanye publicly take accountability for the pain his words may have caused to so many, standing with our Jewish brothers and sisters. Nigga, I know you trying to ride the Zionist train to relevancy and shit, but this is a wrap for you, okay? Hang it up. Flat screen. Now, let's listen to what Kanye West had to say, and his apology did seem sincere. Let's check it out.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. You know, I was dealing with some various issues dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage.
Now I'm gonna skip this to the end. I want to see what the ending was of this.
You are a very good man.
Amen. That's a blessing, man. Yeah, we're good.
I feel really blessed to be.
I'm be honest, guys. When I was watching it, Kanye looks like he has finally been medicated. As a person with my own mental issues, I can wild out when I don't take my shit on a regular basis. So I understand. All right. On the other channel, I talked about how Kanye does shit to drum up publicity and stuff, but he actually did take accountability. He said, "I take my ideas and I take them to the extreme." So he didn't say I lied about nothing. You didn't hear him say that. You didn't hear him say I shouldn't have said nothing. He did some good politician talk. He just said, "Yo, I took my ideas to the extreme, and like a little boy running around the kitchen, butt naked, playing with himself. You gotta give him a whooping." I don't. When he took that corner, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" My thoughts on this is, he clearly got that call. Call went like this. Hello, it's Kanye West. What? Huh? Wait, it's a red dot on my head. What? Who's this? Nick Cannon. You gonna kill me unless I apologize. Oh, I got it. All right, I'm gonna apologize. Yeah. Can you send me one of those turbans? All right, thanks. Cause that's exactly what happened right there. But I'm glad it's peace in the Middle East or whatever going on. Blah 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 blah. But like I said, read between the lines. The motherfucker didn't say sorry for what he said. He basically said sorry for how I said it is what he said. So shout out to Kanye. He's still still Kanye. Next up, now this person was speaking on Nicki Minaj being MAGA and shit. His name is I don't know, but let's listen to his rant. And how long is this? Yeah, this is enough time to be padding and stuff. And we'll get into how Nicki Minaj is MAGA now. I think he probably a Cardi B fan though, on some real shit. We still in music news.
Out as MAGA. And it's the final nail in the coffin of whatever was left of her credibility. The delusion, the rage, the attacks on Cardi B's children. It all suddenly makes perfect sense. Nicki called Cardi's daughter ugly, mocked her gums and her hair, and even said she'd kick the child's gums back into formation. The same woman who once rapped about female empowerment thought it was acceptable to attack a 7-year-old child. And now she's MAGA. Of course she is. Of course, the woman who's been spiraling has found comfort in a movement built on hate, misogyny, and victimhood. She didn't evolve. She devolved from a powerhouse to a parody. From an icon to an internet troll in pink wigs. Nicki Minaj built her empire on talent and audacity, but somewhere along the line, the audacity curdled into arrogance. She stopped being groundbreaking and started being grotesque. She stopped challenging the system and started mirroring it. Now she stands shoulder to shoulder with the very people who'd call her every slur in the book if she weren't useful to their narrative. And while she's busy playing politics with bigots, her legacy is rotting. Nicki Minaj is no longer the self-proclaimed queen of rap anymore. She never was. That title and that crown will always belong to Lil' Kim. But now, Nicki is just a cautionary tale. A reminder that talent without humility turns poisonous. That fame without growth turns feral. And the loudest person in the room is often the most terrified of being forgotten. So yes, she's MAGA. She's mean, she's messy, and she's done. The fall of Nicki Minaj isn't tragic, it's self-inflicted.
It's also a lesson on not taking random cocaine from strangers. Like, you should make sure you thoroughly check the source of your cocaine, because the cocaine Nicki's been snorting took it to max levels. Also, popping pills. Make sure you know where the pills are coming from. If it say Otis on the medicine and it's got like dirty handprints on the bottle, you shouldn't take it. But I think she been popping those. Allegedly hyperbole. Now I will give Nicki some credit though. All right. Because this, I'll never forget this shit. She did say she was gonna kick somebody's gums back into formation. This is what she said to the culture. Your mom is pregnant with another monkey to add to the litter. The gag is she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all four of you bald monkeys put together. I'ma kick your gums back into formation. And this is why I do like celebrities being on drugs, because we get moments like this. Because I wrote that down. I don't know, because in my older age, you know, old people say whatever the fuck they want to. I may run into somebody that got 4 kids and one of their gums is messed up. And now I would never thought to talk about kicking nobody's child's gums back into formation. But 97-year-old me will now have not only the ammo to use, but I learned from Kanye West, just say it's bipolar, and people gonna let me get away with it. All right. I need help. Let's see what else we got up here before we move on to the Trump of it all. Yeah, I think we gonna go on and move to the Trump of it all. Oh wait, we gonna talk about 2 things that's near and dear to my heart as a Xennial child. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed again. It has been pushed back to November 19th, 2026. Now, the reason this is important, all right, is because when this game comes out, the world probably will stop. Well, the world ain't gonna stop. The internet with incels and shit, they go kind of disappear for a little bit, and it might get like calm and quiet for a little bit on the internet. Drake fans might, actually, but well, they gonna be living in a virtual world. So I was just hoping it would come out sooner, so that would happen. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna get the game too, me and my son and shit. I'm not one of them, but it's fucking Grand Theft Auto 6. The next thing is the Michael Jackson biopic is coming out in theaters on April 24th, 2026. I'm excited about it. It's his nephew playing them, and his nephew looks a little like him. Now, y'all tell me if y'all think this nose is his real nose, though.
Tracks are made. The songs are ready. Let's take it from the top. This is your story. Honor your past and embrace the future. That's what people want.
I'm excited about it, but that nose right there, it looked like they glued a nose onto this young man. This look like a This kind of look like blackface. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now he sound like him.
Okay, but remember, in here,
But they glued a nose onto that young man.
keep those feet still, my man.
I'm still excited about the movie. It do kind of look it look a little low budget. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it look a smidge. I don't know why. Like, I know they had a good, that Folkwa dude, he a good director. Lionsgate, I bet you Tyler Perry has something to do with this shit somewhere. They better not let that dude affect this movie, man, because it's looking a little Lifetime-ish. Not a Leah Lifetime-ish. It's looking a little TLC Lifetime, which the TLC wasn't that bad. Leah, though, they need to burn in hell for that. Also, that Whitney Houston, they need to also burn in hell with that. Anyway, I'm probably gonna be there. I don't know. That nose messed it up for me. Are y'all going to be there and see the movie? I'm interested to see what you guys got to say. All right, now for the bad news of the night, and the reason why the world is kind of very fucked up right now. Extra, and groceries is high as hell. There are several Trump stories I got for today. The funniest one, I don't know if this should be considered funny or what. Yeah, this shouldn't be considered funny, but it kind of is. Let me make sure I got this other part. So, they was speaking today about some drug or whatever, and this dude passed the fuck out, like, right in front of everybody. And you go see RJFJ, whatever his initials is, Jr., run his ass out, and you go see how Trump looked and what he did after the fact. Check this out.
Here today for this historic step forward to expand access to a class of medications that can fundamentally change the arc of chronic disease in our country.
There go Doughboy Clayface right there in the back to y'all right.
Of course, these are the incretin or GLP-1 agonists that we've been speaking about. For nearly 150 years, my company, Eli Lilly, has been investing in America. We've been advancing science and creating high-value jobs. But today, oh, you okay? Gordon, you okay?
Dude passed out. You see this motherfucker to the right. He right there, stage right. He exits stage left in the real world. Ducked out.
Yeah.
Then there go Trump over there. He like, this motherfucker done fucked up the press conference. He better not get nothing on my damn carpet.
Cameras, we're done rolling.
He just standing there, ain't checking on the old buddy, and then he like. And this is the picture that they got of him, pissed off that man chose that time to pass out in his office. And he probably was on some of them drugs they was talking about cutting the money on, the Wegovy, what's that stuff? The GLP-1s or whatever. But yeah. So, of course, it's Trump. He ain't gonna help nobody. He don't know how to help nobody. They immediately posted on the internet some shit that happened 12 years ago. I ain't even know this video existed. And this is what Obama did when a motherfucker passed out.
Health insurance. And John's right. The website's going to get fixed. And the law works. That's why we fought so hard to pass this law, to save folks like John money. To give people who don't have health insurance the chance to get it for the first time. To lift from the American people the crushing burden of unaffordable health care. To free families from the pervasive fear that one illness. There you go. You okay? I'm right here. I got you. Yeah. No, you're okay. This happens when I talk too long. You'll be okay. Here, why don't you go ski now? Come on.
He ain't even passed all the way out. He heard something in the back and reached out just to make sure this motherfucker won't go topple the thing over. But you see how he was hands on? He was right there. I think Obama would have went and tried to do the goddamn CPR on that man. It passed out in the thing. You know what I'm saying? George Bush, he wouldn't have did. George Bush Jr. wouldn't have did nothing. I don't know about Clinton. But yeah. But this is the leader of the free world right now. Next up in Trump news, he reacts to the Republicans losing elections across the country last night. If you are well aware, there were a lot of elections going on. People made the right decision. They are trying to get us up out of this atrociousness that we are in. Except for here in Texas, them folks didn't read their ballots down here, and they made some very bad decisions. But that's for another day. Now, of course, you know what Trump had to say. He said Trump wasn't on the ballot in the shutdown, were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to pollsters, and that's not what it was. This folks is tired, and it's crazy because I be online, I be seeing his own people that voted for him talking about, I regret my vote. Now, I do immediately, I don't really comment on social media, but my first thought is, no, you can't regret it. You need to, I think all the people who voted should, like, once stuff changed, everything stay the same for them for like an extra year, just as a penance and stuff, because, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for that. Another thing about the damn shutdown is this. Flights are getting cut back by 10% because we don't have air traffic control, folks. We don't have a lot of stuff that is needed to fly. Let's check this out. It says FAA to cut flights by 10% at 40 major airports due to government shutdown. Transportation Secretary Duffy announced Wednesday afternoon that he will be reducing flight capacity by 10% at 40 major airports starting Friday morning, affecting roughly 3,500 to 4,000 flights daily. It was not immediately clear which airports will be affected. You know the damn Atlanta airport gonna be affected for sure. This is proactive, Duffy said in a news conference. The Federal Aviation Administration Administrator Brian Bedford said additional measures could be taken after the initial reduction as we slice the data more granularly. We are seeing pressures build in ways that we don't feel. If we are allowed to go unchecked, will allow us to continue to tell public that we operate the safest airline system in the world, Bedford said on Wednesday. The government shutdown, which entered its 36th full day on Wednesday, is now the longest in U.S. history. Duffy said he expects more cancellations as a result of the reduction, which has no set end time. We thought 10% was the right number based on the pressure we're seeing. And these lines right here are insane. If you are trying to fly somewhere right now, it's not even worth it. If you got TSA and clear, it is kind of stupid out there. And unfortunately, while the shutdown is going, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, which is very sad. However, this is a very necessary shutdown for the simple fact that what we just heard Obama say about 5 minutes ago when he saved that girl from toppling over, at least it looked like that from the video. He works hard to get people affordable health care. That's a very, very a near dear thing to me, because I'm talking about right after they passed the Affordable Care Act, my mom caught cancer, and we was dead broke at this time. We ain't have shit, and wasn't nobody insured or nothing. And after that passed, she was able to get insurance and able to get some type of stuff to help her quality of life and be down here for a little bit longer. So I'm 100% for it. Even though I know a lot of people push back where they say, well, if I don't get sick, I'm paying to help other people. Okay, that's what you doing when you pay your car insurance. You paying for that old woman that got in a wreck and stuff. Yo, premiums is high as hell because you go pay for something. Our whole country, we paying for somebody else for something. So, and you go get paid from somebody else's money for some other stuff. Why we just can't help each other around here? Don't nobody want to help each other? So yeah, I hope the Democrats stay strong on that bitch. Speaking of the Democrats staying strong, this damn Charlemagne the God, man. Let me look this up. I ain't have this set up. We about to freestyle the rest of this damn video on the shutdown. I'm gonna get the show together as time goes on, y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging with me while it's going down. So check this out. This is what Charlemagne said the other day, and I couldn't believe it. Well, I ain't gonna say I couldn't believe it because he's still cool with that damn what's that short shirts, which whatever that MAGA dude was, on his show. Listen to this dumb shit. Oh, Fox News. My bad. I ain't mean to even do that. I say I ain't even mean to do that. That ain't it either. I think this is right here. All right, I'm bringing struggle to it. I'm find it in the background while I check on the chats to see what you guys are talking about. Off in the same. Let's see who's in the house tonight. We got allegedly Elise. What's the business allegedly Elise? TSA pre-check and clear closed right. What? I ain't been nowhere, so I ain't even think about that. I thought they was still going to work though, cause they get the back pay. Don't they get back paid if they still go? Or they had to go find another job to make some money while the shutdown is going? Because I heard TSA was still folks at TSA. I heard somebody that flew and there's still some folks going to work, but that's crazy. That is crazy. Let me find this Charlemagne the God video. Because I got it right here on the Instagrizzle. Let's see. Well, there's a woman who took a man out for cheating. I guess that was her way of saying she love you back. Yeah, like that's insane. What's the business, Poison Ivy? ChatGPT has cost a lot of people their jobs. People will learn how to check sources as well. Yeah, you right. You do. So ChatGPT can lead you in the wrong direction if you don't. You need to use Claude and you need to fact check. You need to, whatever it tells you, tell it to give you the sources it's cited from. People need to learn how to prompt and stuff. You can't just tell it to give you something. You always tell it, hey, give me the source of where you found this at every time. And usually that'll yield much better results. Most people don't do that. They'll just take it at face value of its hallucinations that it do make. So you are correct on that. With that being said, this America, like, don't nobody really do stuff the right way anyway. So it's go happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But you are right though. People need to check that, double check what it says, because it will lead you wrong. On my job, it is very helpful. Without it, I probably wouldn't be employed, to be honest with you guys. Let's see. But in my field of work, they encourage you to use it. Honestly, they want you to use it. So that is one thing I can say. What else we got in here? He deals with gold diggers who have a few of them lined up, so it looks like she's standing by him, but let that bank account empty and see what happens. Exactly. All them NBA players and stuff, they all dip in the same pool. Same thing with them superstars and all that stuff. They all step in the same pool because A, they are all sharing the good old hurt and gonorrhea and shit. B, I feel this is just my personal thing. I think they done did too much corrupted, crazy stuff to really deal with regular people again. So they just have to deal with the surface level of people and stuff. I think that's really what it is on some serious stuff, which is why, being real famous or having a lot of money really don't. Because that don't sound like he happy. Because that sound like paranoia to me. If I'm with somebody and I'm gonna test them to see if they gonna cheat. that's a funny story. My homeboy asked me to do that one time. Asked me to holler at this girl to see if she was go let me smash, and she did not. And that still really didn't help with this. He was like, did you wear some cologne? Where you mess up at? Because I was known for pulling. Uh, let's see. What's the business, Tom G? Why y'all names show up different over here? Over here, y'all names show up different. I don't remember that 84 being on here and stuff. What's up, Philly Diva? Let's see. What you talking about, the Michael Jackson movie? It do. It look like I don't want to get too excited because I'm scared to get too excited because I don't want to get disappointed. And it look, I don't know, some of that, it might be an AI nose. It might be an AI nose. And I don't know. I really don't know. What on the scale of 1 to 10, how good do it look to you? And my bad, I can't spell Charlemagne's name, and that's what's taking so long because I got it in a saved chat. I'm looking for the one where he was talking to two other people and they was pretty much kind of holding him to the flame for what he said, but it is quite honest. He like he must be like a bad actor or something because that made no sense what he said. Let's see Wikipedia. Where is it? Of course, I can't find it because I ain't in that account. All right, that's it right here. I want to see the one where he had the back and forth with people, not the one where he just said it. That's what I'm looking for right now. Say the info. Because of the nose, I give it a 6. That's I don't know. That nose made it real bad. And it made me wonder what is the rest of the effects gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Or like where I don't know. And then it's Michael Jackson. That's some pretty. Who had a good buyout? Okay, they did good with Ray Charles. So, but this don't look like Ray Charles. Ray Charles look like a film in this damn in his commercials and stuff. Hold on, y'all. I didn't found. I have to send it from this other account I got. Let's see, saved. Here we go. Here it is. Let me send it over here. I gotta log into this account too. That's what I gotta do. Okay, so that's the Breakfast Club. Oh, this was a Trump thing that I meant to send as well. Y'all know what? I got a few more stories to talk about actually that I had forgot all about. And this is good too about the food stamps. This is what I had forgot to do when I was trying to work, trying to do my job earlier. It's Tupac quote. That's real good too. All right, y'all. Here we go. So turn off the notifications to messages. Why am I not getting my damn? Why it's not sending my stuff? Always be like that. Let's see. I'm invisible to myself. That's what it's saying. I might not even be able to send. I'm in the wrong damn account. I'm black. All right. All right, y'all. Here it comes. I thought it was there, but it is not. This is gonna take a while to send it. What the hell is going on? Oh, I had it on this stupid disappearing messages stuff. That's what it was. We gonna get it together, y'all. We gonna get it together. It'll be worth it. It's- They did. It won't let me see. It literally won't let me see the shit. See if I send it to this other account. Shit don't fuck up till you really trying to do something. Like stuff be working perfectly fine before you get on, and then it just mess up. Hey, that info messages. Here we go. Here we go. We finally found the Charlemagne clip. Check this out.
Benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why you asking her? Because she understands.
Okay. I
Just
sure the
like
fuck
we
do.
Tell people what that means for people to have their SNAP benefits taken away, man. Especially around the goddamn holiday season.
You know, I was just talking to my assistant today. I said, you know, I see people in the grocery store celebrating that people don't have SNAP. And, you know, nobody asked to be born into a family of poverty. Mm-hmm. Nobody asked to be born into a family of needs. When you out there picking that, you can't fault the kids for having a parents that need the program. Mm-hmm. So when you out here celebrating somebody not eating, that child is who you hurting. Mm-hmm. That child is who gonna go to school hungry like I did. I grew up on food stamps. There was so many times we ran out of food and I could not wait till Monday morning so I can get that breakfast at school or my mama food stamp to kick in on the 3rd. Nobody's thinking about the kids in this. So what? You might think that the mama selling the food stamp or the mama is a hood rat. But one thing I do know about being a hood rat mama, no matter how much you sell them food stamps, you gonna put a little bit back for grocery. Mm-hmm, and that little grocery is gonna feed that child for a certain amount of days. So while you out here celebrating, you hurting a kid that don't have shit to do with the family that they was born into. It's not their fault. And you want to take that from them?
That's right.
Which would give me flashback, and it hurts my feelings. It actually made me, I'm looking for a food bank. I found one in my community to give food to, because nobody ever think about that child. Yeah. I mean, I was a child with raggedy clothes. I was a child who had to get the Thanksgiving basket from school. I was a child that went to school raggedy, didn't have nothing. Mm-hmm. But you making it their fault. It's not their fault. You know, everybody can't be born to you. That's right. Everybody can't be born to me. But, you know, I had it rough. Right. And those are the people that you hurt. And that's when I'm talking, when I'm on my social media talking shit, be like, oh, you need to stay out of politics. I said, why the hell do I need to stay out of politics when I pay a shit ton of taxes? Mm-hmm. And I was once those people that you're talking about. That's right. I moved 10 years from being on Section 8 and food stamps. So I would never forget when I had custody of my sister kids and I was working at Walmart and I had to get food stamps and how that helped out. That $1,200 I got for raising 8 kids still was not enough, but I had to make it do what they do. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about SNAP out here, fuck the mama, forget the daddy. Think about that child and that household that needed more than anything, that you out here celebrate that they're not going to be able to eat because you think their parents are getting their hair done or you think their parents are not doing what they're supposed to do. Right. Nobody ever look behind that parent and see those hungry kids. So what is 6 kids on welfare? I don't know if y'all noticed this morning, Walmart telling Congress turn SNAP back on because they get a tax break. And they revenue with $8 billion a month, a year, or some shit that they get from people using Snap in Walmart. So it's not just affecting us; it's affecting them too.
That's right.
Because that was free money they was getting.
I also hope that the Democrats don't cave.
I do hope that.
they need
Jasmine
to.
Crockett,
I don't think they. Have you seen those healthcare prices?
But they're going up anyway. So they're going up anyway.
But what's going to happen
because
is,
of the big beautiful bill, they're going up anyway.
But I feel like,
but if they don't cave, is it still gonna go up?
Yes, the healthcare is going to go up anyway because the big beautiful bill didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down. So it's
Well,
going
that's
up
what they're
anyway.
trying to get. That's what they're trying to get, the extension. Aren't they fighting for them to put the extension in the big beautiful?
The premiums hold for a year. Like it goes up and it's going to hold for a year up until the election.
This is
if
crazy.
I'm saying that right.
And people,
I just feel like
you.
that man is gonna make everything fall on itself.
Yes, the premiums are set for a year at this point. So it's like right now, what are Democrats holding on for? Because next year is the 2026 election.
But I feel like if it's this, then it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. He's always going to find a way to manipulate so that everybody gives up whatever it is that makes. That's.
But there's so many people that's not getting.
But it is a choice. I saw
There's people
Hakeem
that are not
Jeffries
getting
on with
money,
Jake
you know?
Tapper the other day. Jake Tapper asked him a simple question. He said, "You're acknowledging that it's a choice between healthcare and people not being able to take care of their immediate needs right now because of the
that's the
government
point.
shutdown."
Yeah.
So it is
That's
a
what
choice.
but that's exactly what he wanted the choice to be, so that then we would get rid of healthcare, and then it's going to be something else. Then it's going to be something else. Then it's going to be something else. So that we could always have to make the choice. Got to make the choice. That's how dictators work.
But this is all to kill the poor too. I mean, this is just to kill the poor. You know, make it. I guess they just want to wipe it white. And I keep asking. I even ask my white friends. I said, "Can you tell your white relative if this country were all white? Well, what y'all gonna eat? Stadium hot dogs? White people ain't got no food.
That's the only food culture they got.
They ain't got no food.
Let me ask you a question about.
Charlamagne lied like a motherfucker, talking about, oh, this is the premium set. No, they trying to. The reason it's a shutdown is because they trying to extend it for next year, so it doesn't lapse over. It's still here, and they want to extend it and have it go. Well, have it for, you know what I'm saying? Because the extension from before is still going, so they don't want it to go away. And yeah, he talking about, oh, this is the big beautiful bill. Why? And Poison Ivy, he could why he. Maybe he asked ChatGPT and then asked for no sources. Maybe you was right on that. But yeah, he completely wrong. And him chilling with Schultz was a very that was an eye-opening thing, because that just lets you know Charlamagne done got this money. He went and got that damn skin, whatever the hell, graft or whatever bleach stuff done, and he is saying very dangerous misinformation out there and really promoting. He dog whistling a whole bunch of people. He basically said it's the Democrats' fault that everything shut down and they doing it for no reason. That's what he was saying. Not thinking about this is going to affect a whole bunch of people. People getting laid off. People, of course, kids, elderly people. And he just not making no sense. Another story, though, that we can talk about that is good. They did finally a judge. A federal judge did order Donald Trump to fully fund the food stamp program by November 7th. And this is the paperwork. It says, this is according to Hollywood Unlocked. These federal judges aren't playing with Donald Trump's administration, as one just ordered them to fully fund supplemental nutrition program SNAP benefits by Friday, November 7th. And this was said on October 31st, with a looming pause on SNAP benefits on November 1st due to the ongoing government shutdown. A federal judge ordered Trump's administration to use contingency funds for SNAP benefits and payments. Trump reacted to the news on True Socials and said, "I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fully fund SNAP as soon as possible." By November 3rd, the Trump administration backed down and announced they would only partially fund SNAP after at least 2 legal judges ordered the continuation of the food aid program. During the hearing on Thursday, November 6th, U.S. District Judge John McConnell Jr., a Barack Obama appointee, said that the Trump administration violated his earlier written order. It gave the government 2 options for compliance. The administration had discretion to make full payments, which would not need to go through the same administrative hurdles as soon as practical, or 2, the government also had the option to make partial payments, but was required to do so by Wednesday, November 5th. Immediately after the decision, the Trump administration appealed it to the First Circuit Court of Appeals. Wow, this is crazy.
And that's the end of it. All they have to do is say, the government is open, and that's the end of it. And, largely, when you talk about SNAP, you're talking about largely Democrats. But I'm president. I want to help everybody. I want to help Democrats and Republicans. But when you're talking about SNAP, if you look, it's largely Democrats. They're hurting their own people.
It is gaslighty like a motherfucker. Like, this is legit gaslight. This is the true definition of what gaslighting is. He got ordered to do something, jumped on, and he flip-floppy, and I'm about to show you who we really need to be worried about. Because him saying that shit on his True Social, and then flipping back like he did, somebody sold him. Because he wanted to look good. He wanted to look like a hero when he did that shit. And they was like, bitch, you are bitch. That's not what the fuck we gonna do. You stick to the plan. And then he wanted to do the stuff. Because Bannon is out there really, really running shit. This is what he had to say. And I would bet you some money. This is ChatGPT wrote this shit. Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available. And now 2 courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and cannot do. I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask, what are you talking about? It is already delayed enough due to the Democrat. I ain't reading the rest of that shit. You got money for that damn ballroom. You got money for that arc. You got money for all the money you got in the world. You can't keep the systems to help the American people because this shit was supposed to be America first. It's not America first. It's your pockets, all y'all's friends' pockets. America first is what the real America first is, and this some real crazy money right here. I don't know if y'all might not be into Bitcoin stuff, but Bitcoin had hit like 122. It went down $22,000. That is a substantial amount of money. And when you look at the crypto market and who has benefited from the crypto market, Trump family crypto profits. Their family. This him and his weird. These his kids. Wow, they don't look 100% human. The U.S. president's family raked in more than $800 million from sales of crypto assets in the first half of 2025 alone. And if you're not aware of what crypto it is not regulated like securities and stuff, so it's the wild, wild west. You can do insider trading, pump and dumps. You can create your own coin, ride that bitch up right, and that's what he did with all of his constituents, with his Trump coins and the Truth coin and all of that stuff. And they just rug pull them, and repeatedly over and over and over and over and over. A rug pull is when you get everybody to buy your coin. You got most of the coins, and you pump it up, get it all hype, and get the coin price from $0 to $20 a coin. In you dump your 8 million coins you got, and everybody else left holding the bag. And they do this over and over and over and over. You go look at the crypto markets, they do this over and over and over and over. Rich people using Bitcoin and crypto and all this stuff is just a way to suck money from, really, to be honest, from the middle class, upper middle class folks, like who think they go hit it big one day and stuff. Folks making pretty decent money, and that's their form of gambling. And it's sick though because they got $800 million, but you basically scammed from the American people and stuff. And they also launder money through crypto too. That's another topic. And got all this money to send over here to your evil Venezuelan friend and all that stuff, and can't do the snap. Yeah, that's and it sucks because unfortunately you want to be like, yeah, to all the people that voted for this, like, yeah, that's what you get. But it's too many people that ain't even have it's hella people that didn't even vote and they suffering and stuff. And it's hella children, elderly, people who couldn't, they would have if they could. And it's really a sad state of affairs. Now, let me see if I can find this other clip of Ben, and I just found this, and listen to what he has to say and his goal for all of this stuff. Let's see, where is it at? And then I'm gonna hop on the chat, see what y'all talking about off in this thing, because I did see a super chat. Hey, it's Omar Penny off in this thing. What's the business, Omar Penny? I thought I was over at the other show and stuff. I was about to do the clapping and stuff, man. Super, why you dressed like a young LeVar Burton? Hey, I ain't gonna front. I take that as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? LeVar Burton, he was sharp back on the Reading Rainbow and when he was playing the dude with the blind glasses and stuff, man. Shout out to LeVar Burton. Don't he host what's the name of that show? Jeopardy or something like that? I don't know, but appreciate you on that. Hold on, let me get this banding clip real quick, and then we go. Then we gonna chop it up and just chop it up and stuff. I appreciate y'all for y'all's patience with your boy. It be hard to try to do stuff. What? Oh, we go listen to that too. Check this out. This how crazy these folks is. Listen to what they saying. Like out loud. Too. I hate people who clip and don't put the damn video in there. Check this out.
And I will tell you right now, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms and we lose
audio so low, we gotta find one with good audio.
Now, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included. They're not going to stop. They're getting more and more and more radical. And we have to counter that. And what do we have to counter it with? We have to counter it with more action, more intense action, more urgency. We're burning daylight. If you look across every aspect of this, we have to codify what President Trump has done by executive order, right? We have to codify it. And people say, well, they're just going to be messing bills. We got to put aside these structural barriers and get on with it. President Trump today gave to the Senate when they came over for breakfast, even Lindsey Graham, some of the guys that liked, and some of these institutions, I understand. This is a very tough decision to make. And you're going to see some people in the conservative movement that not in a million years, because I talked to him today, quite frankly, I had Hawley on the show this morning, Josh Hawley, and he's talking about it, and I'm trying to play the institution. Well, they called me up this afternoon and said, let's go through the 10 reasons we need to do it. And these are heavy hitters on what I would call the constitutional, the limited government constitutionalist in our movement. And they're about to come out over the next couple of days and make this argument because they said, look, we have to understand that if we don't take this to the maximum, a maximalist strategy now with a sense of urgency, and in doing this, seize the institutions, if we don't do that now, we're going to lose this chance forever because you're never going to have another Trump.
And going to jail. All right. They going to jail. They going to jail. They going to jail. 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 Another dude brought up how they gonna get put in jail. Steve Trump. I really can't type. It really be. It really be crazy. All right, here we go. Did they say it? Is this it? Anyway, y'all heard what the hell he said. I'm about to get in this damn chat. I don't feel like doing that stuff anymore. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. Like I said, once I get time and stuff, it's gonna be a high quality show. But until then, it's gonna be struggle. Allegedly, Elise said Stephanie Miller wrote that ish. Stephen Bennett is the ex that wants to look like they still in your life, but they not. Let's see. Let's scroll to the top. Man, y'all gonna let this man get you taken out. Every woman ain't walking away just, yeah, no, they not. They are not. They are not. It's a movie called The Thin Line Between Love and Hate that taught us all a valuable lesson. It really did. And I think I talked about that over there. As you get older, you was like, Martin was really fucked up. She said she was minding her own business. And he went over there messing with that woman and then made her fall in love. And as an adult, I'd be like, yeah, he deserved all that stuff. See. Poison Ivy said, add Kanye to the pizza party list. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people claiming he's a genius because he made an album years ago. I'm tired of the billionaire worship. I feel what she's saying. I honestly, I'm not gonna even bullshit with you. It's gonna sound like I'm probably whatever. I relate to Kanye. Me and Kanye's moms was very similar. My upbringing, as far as what my mom's put me in and associations and shit, and the medicine I got to take for me not to really crash out real crazy. So, I understand it from both sides, the outside and the inside. He pissed me off too. Y'all done seen me go off in this motherfucker bajillion times. But unfortunately, the billionaire worship. That's that Tupac shit. I want to send y'all stuff. But unfortunately, he done fucked up and got too rich. And once you get too rich, it's a wrap. Like you in that club, ain't no leaving the club. So you stuck. You are stuck in the club, and people, they cross that threshold, and if they want to maintain it, it was a wrap for him with the Kardashians. They was his handlers after his mama died or whatever. So it was a wrap for Kanye. He had a lot of promise. Same thing with Pac. They set up Pac to go in jail, and jail broke him, and they set it up to where Suge was the person who saved his life. Look at the stark differences between his first three albums. You had Tupac Lives Now, what was it? Thug, I forgot what the second was. And then you had Me Against the World. All positive, uplifting shit, very deep shit, da da da. Then he come out and you release him to a record company full of bloods and gang members and shit, and he mad. Niggas done shot at him. He paranoid. He can't trust nobody. People set him up to go to jail, and everything changed. The message that he really would have wanted to push, it got buried and stuff. And I really feel like him getting shot, I think that was just on some, he whooped dude ass and it came on some real shit. But him going to jail initially, that first setup that Jimmy Henchman them did, I think that was orchestrated. That was the real orchestration that led to everything else. That's my opinion on that. That's where I think some folks from the outside came in and did their thing. Cause his first album, Tupac Lives Now, Me Against the World and Tupac Lives Now like equal to me. I done told y'all All Eyes on Me could have been one. It should have just been one album in my opinion. Not no double CD. Let's see. Where is this Tupac quote? Oh, okay, here it is. This video, he was talking about being against not not falling for the whole thing about being rich and all of that stuff. Which is what wave I'm on some real stuff. I've been on that wave lately, talking to people and stuff, and how we just it traps you. Money traps you. Everything take a long time. As soon as I start talking about some stuff that really is not shitting on Drake or no shit like that, it always take a long time to get the shit I'm trying to get to. Like right now, I just sent myself this message and it's acting like they can't send it to me. All right, check this out. This is Tupac.
Gimme, push, step, crush. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? 32. And this person has nothing? I mean, and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires. How can they be humanitarians by the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are? I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary. Look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion, but can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. You want to be...
That's the Pac they had to get rid of, and then it went to the whole, and it's so sad because dude he really, if he had stayed on, I really feel like he would have like sparked somebody to really do something more. He would have really been doing something. He was super outspoken and shit. And money is the main key to all of this stuff, which is sad. Like right now in the United States, the divide between that is really just have and have nots. That's really all it is. It is like literally like cut, and you can see it now. And now that whole saying about most people is just one paycheck away from losing everything or falling all the way off. This is you about to see that happen, and it's just sad. And the reason the system really not gonna get dismantled because everybody think they gonna be rich one day. Like the American dream is like he said, you hit the lotto or you get into crypto, but all that money just funnel back up to the top. Everything is designed to vacuum up to the top to where all the rich people at. And it's a sad state of affairs, man. Sad state of affairs. Let's see. If Tyler Perry has anything to do with the movie, I'm not interested. I hope. I'm about to see if Tyler Perry got something to do with this. Tyler Perry have anything to do with Michael Jackson biography? Right. Let's pray he don't. Please. All right. It's searching. There's some scary searching too, because it's taking a long time. All right. Short answer: no. No credible evidence. You better not be lying to me, ChatGPT. Are you lying to me? It's taking him a long. It's taking this motherfucker a long. No, I'm not doing any spooky mirror routine on what the fuck is a spooky mirror. See, he's starting to use terms and stuff. It. That's what's crazy. He starts talking to this motherfucker like it's a person. This shit is wild. Shar still thinks Umar will actually open his school and stop scamming. He said that. It, Charlamagne done fell for the okie doke as well for the damn money. Thank you for that statement, Philly Diva. I just went and booked my rental before they got booked up so I can drive home for Thanksgiving. Let's see. Yeah, Thanksgiving gonna be crazy. It's gonna be some crazy. Well, shit, I don't know. Like, my birthday is like in 3, 4, 5 days. We just go to Vegas, but first off, I don't feel like flying. Second off, Vegas done got stupid expensive, like unnecessarily expensive. I was going back to Vegas like in the 90s and shit. I remember it was cheap, and it was, it was over time. It just turned into like a Disney World type situation and shit. It's like City Walk in Orlando, right before you go to Universal Studios. That's all Vegas really is now. I do kind of want to go to that dome thing, but the flight's gonna be stupid and expensive, unnecessarily expensive, and the rooms gonna be unnecessarily expensive. Everything gonna be unnecessarily expensive. So I ain't going. We are all one major accident, diagnosis, layoff, job loss, emergency situation from needing some form of help. This is sad to watch people going through it. It really is sad. It really is sad because all of us are like on the cusp. Really, especially that if you get hurt or you get sick. If I didn't, like last year when my jaw got infected, if I ain't had the insurance and the job I had and stuff, it'd have been a wrap. It'd have been a wrap. Same thing with my wife when she had them that kidney infection. She was in the hospital for like 2, 3. The first time she was in there for like 4 or 5 days, and then the next time she was in. How long you was in the hospital the second time? No, I'm talking about like when you was in there though. And yeah, 10 to 14 days. And luckily, through my job, we had this insurance. I ain't even know. Luckily, my coworker told me about it, and they they reimbursed for all that time and stuff. But lose a job, because they be laying off where I'm at. So I don't know where I'm gonna be in 2, 3 months. There are over 900 billionaires in the U.S. What the fuck do poor people think they will become one by paying all the taxes they make sure not to pay? So rich people like you or one day will be one? Yes. And that's where remember when hustle culture was real big? Like, it started around 2016, 17, all the way up to about really recently. It was hustle. You got to be an entrepreneur. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to get to the bag. Everything was about getting to the bag. And it's always been about getting to the bag, but it really got like that in the last like 10 years. Everybody dropping courses on Instagram. Everybody dropping groups on Facebook and all of this stuff. How to get rich, how to get rich, how to get rich. And then it's crazy that people don't really read about really rich people. You can read about the rich people of the past, whether it's the Rothschilds or King and Queen of England or all the dynasties and stuff. Even in about them, that money don't really make them happy. They don't, and you can't really buy it. We did live in a world though to where you could just get by and be cool. Now it's getting to the point to where people can't even really survive though. So now money is becoming like, it's fucked up because we need the money, and before you could just coast. Most of us grew up in very humble beginnings and didn't even know we was poor when we was little and shit. You didn't know. Parents was able to do enough. Now it ain't like that no more. But everybody got the dream. They go get rich. Folks in their work, they trying to move up the ladder and shit, and they perpetually just look at it like, it ain't gonna be me. Well, I'm special. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this, and we all feed into that system, unfortunately, because that's American dream, ain't it? That shit crazy. That shit's crazy and sad. And they made it perfect. That's why they was able to get everybody separated. They got poor folks thinking they better than other poor folks. Well, they got poor folks thinking they was better than some rich folks they thought was. But they don't understand how money works. Half of them got tricked. Like all them farmers got tricked. Then all of them got lied to be honest, because what was really going to be done was on paper. But when he hit that trail, he said completely different stuff. I ain't seen it. I was like, this motherfucker has zero scruples. But they don't know how money works. They don't know how the policies work or anything. I will tell y'all this. That damn, the propositions we had to vote for in Texas, they made them hoes so confusing for people. Like people, educated people was in there couldn't fully read well, they could read it, but they couldn't understand it because of the way they worded everything. Had Latin words and all sorts of stuff. And a lot of people thought the way they wrote it was like, oh, this gonna be extra money for this and this and the third. I'm like, you crazy. It was one in there that about judges. It need to be an age time limit for judges or something like that, or an age limit. And yeah, that's them folks. They passed one that was trickery where it was like parents have the full control of their child. I forgot how they worded it, but basically it mean if your child go to school here and they teaching them about slavery or something like that, the parent can come up there, take them out of school, it ain't no blemishes on them or nothing. You know how you get truancy, your parents get fined and shit, they getting rid of all of that type of stuff. And the parent got so much oversight to where like the police or the CPS and stuff can't really interfere. It'll make it harder for that. But them folks in there like, yeah, I don't want my kids to learn about transgenders. But like, you not understanding, like, that's your little specific thing. They making it for people not to learn about stuff they just need to learn about this in the world, to not accept anybody else. So people gonna be pulling their kids out, and they it's building so much separation and stuff. They did another one where wealthy people don't pay capital gains tax on certain stuff. And I'm like, why would you not go ever get that amount of money, capital gains, to worry about capital gains? Most people don't even know what the hell a capital gain is. But they hear wealthy people don't have to pay taxes, and they got them brainwashed. Taxes is robbing us. We don't need to pay taxes. Less government, no taxes. I'm like, I get what she's saying, but where is the water and all these services gonna come from? Oh, this is private. So you want shit to be privatized so they can raise the price as high as fuck with no oversight ever? Like, do you not understand how this shit works? And they don't. And it's sad. And they on the side of the rich because they are trans rich. Most Americans are trans rich. They really feel like they rich on the inside. They trans rich, and so they abide by rich people rules, and it's really sad. That's really you really sick in the head when you trans rich. Two wings, same bird. The cognitive dissonance in here is loud as fuck. Do your research. This ain't the first MAGA campaign. Facts. Let's see. A fool and their money shall soon be parted. So if people want to put it in his crypto games, that's on them, because they think they're gonna be rich. Everybody think they're gonna be rich. And when it's crazy, because you ask somebody what rich is, and people will still say $1 million, and it's like $1 million ain't what it was no more. Like, but people don't really got a set thing of what rich is. I figured out what rich was to me a long time ago, and it take a smidge of money, but it ain't the bulk of me being rich. I'm already rich, just because my family and my friends. And it sounds corny, That shit sound corny, especially if you ain't got shit. But if you reach a certain level and you realize, you be like, man, this all some bullshit. And long as when you get up there where you seeing fake shit, and you able to separate yourself from that and still be around real good solid people and not have to worry about watching your back or people doing you dirty, that's rich. Ain't nothing richer than being surrounded by people you trust all the time. Nothing richer than that. But people don't get it. I mean, if we ask for your manager, are you gonna go and get us so we can complain? Who we talking about in here? Hey, what's the business off in this thing? There's the working class and multi-billionaires. That's it. That is it. Even some of your favorite celebrities, majority of the motherfuckers. Majority of the motherfuckers. The client accounts I used to handle lived off their interest. Exactly. And you broke it down. Most people think it's a middle class. Ain't no goddamn middle class. Either you taking your ass to work or you living off of the capital gains of your assets. Your stocks, your bonds, your interest. People be like, oh, 4% interest ain't shit. Of course it ain't shit for that $100 you go put in there. But when you got $100 million, you don't ever have to do anything ever again. Shit, if you got $5 million, 4%, you can live a nice middle class life. But people don't they don't get it. Yeah, racism is very expensive. It's very expensive. I be telling Brits all the time. I be like, yo, with the world is never. Nah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's never going to be even for anybody because it's ingrained in us humans to want to be better than somebody else. And that's ingrained in us since we are young, especially if you're in America. It's all about being better than somebody else. That's it. That's the whole thing about competition. When you fight somebody, fighting is like a human thing, right? Somebody go win. And if that person win more times than the other, we all go consider that person better. And that person that know that everybody think they better, eventually they go start feeling that shit and be like, yo, I'm better than y'all motherfuckers. And then they go kick it with only other people that can win all the fights like that. And we always go separate on something. It's just, that's the sad thing about the whole situation. I really wish I could be the bearer of good news, but I have no good news for anybody. Nobody. I'm a phone contract worker in the moment. My wife runs a private practice. We on Obamacare for the first this year, and that shit doubled. Our insurance went up $50 at work. A check. I was like, ain't this a black bastard? What? Tweet is a beginning of the universe. She been here since I've been on YouTube, like for real, like 3-4 years ago when me and my daughter, this was me and my daughter channel. How you been, Sweet? You doing good? I hope you doing good, man. Yeah, so thanks for helping me practice. I'm gonna be getting the show together over time. It's gonna be good. I just gotta get some time to put in it. But thank y'all so much. Catch us on the struggle stream tomorrow. And just be on the lookout. Y'all know how I randomly pop up. I'll be randomly popping up over here too, but eventually I'm going to get a schedule. And I'm probably going to be over here every Tuesday and Thursday for sure. I know that for a fact. Whether it's going to be in the morning or the evening, I don't know. But so you can catch me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on the struggle stream, and then Tuesday and Thursday over here for sure. Whether it's gonna be in the morning or the evening, I don't know, but we go see. But I appreciate y'all for coming out, supporting you, boy. It's gonna take a while. I think I can get to 4,000 watch hours in 23 days. It ain't gonna happen, but it's something. It's something. Tweet said, "I'm good, glad to see you. What did Chunky decide to do after high school? She in college. And community. She wanted to go to this school in Chicago. I was like, look, buddy. If this had been the Obama years, I would have been able to swing it, but I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. So sorry, you're gonna have to go up the street. There's nothing I can do about that. Sorry, buddy. Because we would have been able to did it like a while back, like like 2013. If she had graduated 2013, she could have pretty much went wherever the fuck she wanted to. Not now stuff. And she just got a new job too, so she be hustling. She invest her money and stuff. She gonna be good. We just need to all commit to watching your posted videos and past lives. You can do it. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I'm as soon as I can get organized. I think when stuff slow down at work and stuff, I'm really gonna be able to be on here in the morning. Cause OGs from the other channel, remember, I used to do every lunch. I used to like come on the struggle stream and do lunch all the time, and I used to come over here and cook breakfast and stuff. That was back when I was doing food reviews and stuff. You know what? I'm going to release over here. If y'all look, I'm going to be dropping some of me and Chunky old episodes. It ain't going to show up. I don't know if it's going to show up new to y'all. I'll post them, though. I'll post them in the chat, and I'll unprivatize them and see if they do some stuff. I don't want to mess up the algorithm, though, because people going to come over here for them old food reviews. And then when I start talking this radical shit, I'm eventually gonna start talking. It's just not gonna be good. So, but I probably am gonna drop some. I still got them episodes up. Thank you so much. I'm very proud of Chunky too. She's a very, very what's the word? She is not go getter, go getter, but she is I can't think. I don't know, but she is good. She got her. She know what she want to do, and she go out and get it. Somebody give me the word. What's that called? If we know when you are live, we can catch you for your show. I gotta pre-plan it, but make sure y'all go and on that they ain't playing when they say hit the notification bell. So right now, let me show y'all, just in case you ain't. Y'all can do it right now. Go on and go straight to the channel. Let's see my channel. And hit this. Oh, I gotta go to somebody else's channel. Okay, so we'll go to here. Here, I the video on. Okay. Go to the channel and then make sure you hit this little when you do the drop down. On your phone it's easier, but make sure you hit all the bells right here on the subscribe, and that way you'll get alerted. Hopefully, whenever I do random pop-ons. But I'm gonna get into a groove of what's the word I'm looking for? Routine. My brain I've been forgetting a lot of words. I hope it ain't this damn new medicine and shit. But yeah. Where we at? Your watch comes from old and new videos. We got you. Whatever you post, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all. It's go get it. It's another word. Hey, babe. What in what word? How would you describe chunky? Like it's saying it's like go getter. Yeah, motivated and ambitious. That's what it is. She is super. Wait, thank you. See, that's why you gotta have the other. I got the other half because half of me is fried. She be knowing the words. Open what? My birthday gift? Oh, okay. Hold on. My wife got me a birthday gift. I don't celebrate birthday. I don't want to, but since my mama passed, I used to hate birthdays, but after she passed, now I try to acknowledge it. So this is what my wife got me. She said it's for the show. So let me see what it is. Why I'm gonna hate it? I'm not gonna hate it. This is the shirt, right? But you do know the channel colors is red. She said she like me in blue. So hey, I do look good in blue though. So I ain't gonna even front on that. So thank you so much, my wife. I don't know why would I hate it. Lame? This extra extra large. I'm about to lose this weight. Oh, okay then, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna wear this tomorrow and stuff. Thank you, my loves. If I didn't like, okay, you know me. I use it. What's the difference between like and use? Exactly. Is it a difference between somebody liking something and using something? Initially, I was like, I don't. This is what she got me one year. She got me this right here, and you supposed to put your phone on it. You supposed to put your phone on it, but see, it's something y'all don't know about my wife. She 35, but in real life, no, she 37. Damn, I told you old. In my brain, she been 35 for a long time. She 37. But she was I really on some real life shit feel like she time traveled from 1938 cuz she like old people stuff. And she like hang with old people. She like to volunteer hang with old people, but this is it is useful if I was like a 87-year-old something. I keep it on my desk though. Cause one time I had put it on the floor. She was like, I knew you didn't like it. And I was like, I do. Let's see. There we go. Ambitious and driven. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. They really do. On some real shit. Like on some super real shit. They really do. I want to I want to get that message out to these young people, man. Cause I be seeing these posts on social media and all this stuff and hearing these stories, and I'm like, I hope it ain't like that in real life. I hope these kids really don't be thinking like how they thinking on social media. But at the same time, be grown folks like the Paul Pierce to be talking crazy. I be like, of course, it's love some stuff. Me and her broke up 8 bajillion times back in the day when we first got together. Went through all the craziest shit and went through the whole I ain't gonna never love again type stuff. And both of us got in relationships after all of that shit. And we just happened so the universe wanted us to come back together unforcefully too. It was just on some random stuff. But most people get hurt and then they be bitter and not bitter like on the bad stuff, but bitterness really is just to protect your heart and stuff. And the only way you can go after you just gotta use your heart and not your mind. That's how it go work. But you gotta let it heal though from the last time, because getting heart kicked in your chest, that shit sucks. It sucks. Sometimes you be fucked up for like 2-3 years. The first time when we had broke up, no, not the first time, but when we had broke up, it took me like 2-3 years to get over her ass. And I was like, we ain't gonna never get back together. You couldn't have paid me. You couldn't have paid me to think we was ever gonna get back together. But here we are. But we had to be apart to be together and stuff. So yeah. Super, you like to fix everything, so I would say y'all are both old souls. I'm a young soul. She old for real. Y'all think I'm playing. She is for real from like our real life old. You is old. You from like 1927. Exactly. See how she in fight back on that? She like old stuff. She really ain't from this time. She won't. I be getting her phones. She don't download apps on her phone. She don't on her phone. She don't save. Like she got, how Google can have it. First off, she don't use Google. She use Apple stuff, and then oh, you did get that Android. you still don't save none of your stuff in there. Like she type in everything manually to get the stuff. She don't want the browser to remember nothing. She been like that forever. But she remembers stuff. She got a real good memory. You just like old stuff. You like old people. House phone for what? Anyway, we got to get off here. That woman crazy. Oh yeah, question of the night. Which is the most disrespectful pizza topping? Oh, I'm gonna have a relationship show too. I really want to. I think I can be a good relationship. I was a good relationship coach throughout my entire youth and semi-adulthood. Y'all want to know what's real crazy though? My best advice was given to girls I was messing with that had boyfriends and shit. Cause for a long time I was very cool with being side B, cause I ain't had the capacity to be in real relationships and stuff. So it was very perfect. It was a very they couldn't take none of my time. They only had a smidge of time. They had just some time in the morning. And you put water on it. You shouldn't have to put water on it. That that packet rice don't get hard. That's not fresh. They pre-cooked it. But that do taste better though. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I gave the best advice because it, and I would tell them, I'd be like, look, you and Curtis, y'all just need to go on a vacation, just you and him. I would give excellent shit. That's and my friends and stuff. And you know how it be when you give advice, but you don't take it. For a long time, I ain't take my own goddamn advice though. But I was giving like top notch advice. Like out of the two, three, four. Well, they didn't stay together like forever, but a lot of them they stayed together for like at least 2 more years, 3 more years. I like to credit that to me. What happened to Tweet? My dad just went through a bad divorce and he said young men probably will never want to get married after seeing what's going on on in the court. That's another thing that's stupid as fuck to me. I don't understand people, and I forgot who did this joke. I forgot who did the joke, but the majority of dudes talking about they don't want to lose half their stuff ain't got no half of stuff to really take. Like they don't have nothing. Then the people that do got something, I'm like, that's why do you care? Jeff Bezos and his wife divorced. She got what? A few B's, and she was a co-founder, I think, or whatever. So she still get money or whatever coming in. But he didn't. He just, if you got 100 million, you got to give up 50. It's crazy to me. Dudes be like, that's $50 million. I'm like, but you still got $50 million left. What is you doing? Buying Lamborghinis, like 3 Lamborghinis a week or something, nigga? Like, why do you need all that? But the thing is, most folks don't pick right. That's men and women. It take a long time to pick right. We be picking for what we think we want on the outside, if that makes sense. Most of the time. Then after a while, you start um, picking based on other stuff. But yeah, dudes that come, I guess I get it, but I'm like, because the benefits of getting married is more than just what folks be talking about, cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. That fuck that shit. You got somebody that's got the power of attorney to you to take care of your ass when you like if something happen to you. You got somebody that can speak on your behalf and all sorts of shit, man. And just like on that, that episode of Martin stuck with me. Remember that episode of Martin when Martin and Gina broke up and he was playing cards or dominoes with that old man, and he was like, "Are you?" He said, he didn't have a woman. He was like, "Oh, dude," he was like, I'm an old fool now, but I used to be a young fool or something like that. And then Martin, when he got back with Gina and shit, that always stuck in the back of my head. I was like, yo, that shit serious. That shit serious, man. I hate people, but at the same time though, it's really, I don't know, cause now everybody poor and stuff. But we met when we was poor. That's the best time to meet, in my opinion. You meet when you poor. Yes, do a relationship show. Yeah, I'm gonna do a relationship show. I want people to get married, man. But I want people to not look at it the way that everybody looking at it, because people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get spiritually married," which ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's legal aspects to it. Because people don't understand why marriage was pushed in the first place. Like people be going all in about, no, the marriage was pushed in most societies. A lot of societies was like in Greece and Rome and places like that. The men was just out wilding out, right? So what they wanted to do, the men, when the soldier stuff didn't have anything to root them to the land and shit. So like if they lost a couple of battles and shit, like, you know what, you the losing team, I'm about to go over here. So they started using religion to push people getting married. So the men would have kids and have a wife, and now they got something to fight for. And of course, all the dowry shit. But it's so many different aspects and other shit to why marriage got pushed and shit. Same thing with over here in America. They want everybody to be the nuclear family and shit. So the men of the family, we got something to fight for. We go to war for that shit. We work our asses off to support our people and shit. The whole thing about women not working, the government and certain rich people look at that shit is fucked up, because if everybody working, men ain't gonna want to fight for the shit. And if you really look at it, now who the fuck want to be a soldier? Most people gonna be a soldier just for the money and shit, but ain't nobody got no real dedication to this motherfucker. Because we don't build community and shit with not only with each other, but with the people we fuck. But it's benefits being married with taxes and mainly, and I'm just talking about the legal part of it. It's a bunch of benefits. People just focus on the divorce shit. And I'm like, why are you focusing on? That's like getting a job and then being worried about getting fired every day. Cause see, that I don't worry about that when I be in relationships. I worry about that at jobs. I'm that person, and they go to work and be like, they go fire me today. I don't be like that in my relationships, but if it crashed, it just crashed. But I want to talk about relationships and how people need to, what's the word? You can't force shit though. That's the thing. That's the main thing. That's what I learned in my life. Everything happen the way it's supposed to happen, and you gotta just let shit go and let shit be. But it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to do that. Super, have you and your wife caught the Letitia Daniels case? The lady that took the St. Mark minister. Wait, somebody killed somebody. Wait, St. Mark minister, Arkansas. Ain't know that. Who got killed? It was in Arkansas. I just googled it. I couldn't find nothing about it. Liz, thank you. I don't like divorce either. Tweet that would be a dope segment. My dad had to play alimony and half his retirement with penalty. This is his second wife, investment accounts. She hit the jackpot. Not fair though, cause he was married to my mom for a long time. That do be crazy. I don't know what to say about that. I understand it, but really the divorce law should have been changed. But it also depends on where you get married at, and gotta know asset allocation, like the rich folks do. You gotta know how trusts work. You gotta know how to structure your shit to where if you worried about that, then in my case, I wouldn't give a fuck. She could have all half the shit. I don't give a damn. That's me though, and it's like that with anybody and shit. I broke up with a motherfucker one time, and she had helped me with my kids so good. I paid her phone bill for like a year after we broke up. She broke up with me, and she broke up with me for a good reason. No, I ain't cheat on her though, but at that time I was super duper spoiled, and we shouldn't have been together. And I paid her phone bill for a whole year after that shit because she helped me out. I'm cool with all that shit, but I'm I don't know. I seen my pops and how he operate and shit, and Pop's like the coolest motherfucker I know. And he don't worry about shit. He don't worry about money or anything. Probably because he has a lot, but still though, he don't. That shit don't phase him. Like losing his money or whatever, he like I'll just make it back. Give a fuck. And that's how I look at it. So being scared to lose all that shit, it would only suck if I ain't like you or you literally didn't do nothing for me. I can see that. I can see people being upset. By the grace of the sweet Lord, majority of the people I ever got with was a net positive in my life. So, and I am a very spoiled motherfucker. So it took just a little shit to make me not, you know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about that shit, honestly. Her case is going on now. Broads Perry. Let me see what that is. Broads Perry. I'm talking all this shit 2 weeks from now. Like, hey guys, it didn't work out. I'm shutting down the struggle stream. I had to give her half my computer and half my transformers. Only thing I got left, y'all, is my struggle stream. My struggle stream shirt. Oh, my name on the back. Look at that. Hey, that's super dope. Let's see. I'm so very sorry. Hey, when people put very in it, that should be funny as fuck to me. You know, that's not gonna work with me. I'm so very nah. But I don't know the details. Let's listen to it. I'm so very sorry. A woman accused of killing pastor testifies about a fatal shooting. Latasha Daniels took to the stand to discuss her relationship with Memphis pastor Broads Perry before the 2009. Oh, this was in Memphis? Or he was visiting St. Mark's or something. I'll read. Let me see. Latasha Daniels, the Arkansas woman accused of fatally shooting a Memphis pastor and injuring his wife, took to the stand on her own behalf. That was the last thing you need to do. I already just was putting a variant. I'm like, that bitch ain't sorry. You go put a variant trying to manipulate me. Guilty. It's not time for that, sir. Oh, I'm just saying. Did you hear her say very? That's why they be saying don't get up on the stand. There's only one motherfucker in light that should have went up on the goddamn stand. That dumbass damn Tory Lane. Since you said you didn't do the shit and you said somebody else did it. Then that's the only time you go on the stand. If you go point the finger at somebody else. Other than that, you don't go on the stand if you guilty for real. You shut the fuck up. I'm sorry I got in that tirade. I'm sorry. Daniels was accused of shooting Memphis Boulevard Baptist Church pastor Brody Perry to death on April 4th, 2019 in his apartment in Colleyville. Daniels is also accused of shooting his wife. He killed the wife too? Daniels, who was indicted for first-degree murder and attempted murder, reportedly drove several hours from the Little Rock area to Memphis on the night of the shooting. She said, I'm going to ride there 2 hours and 30 minutes. She got there in 2 hours and 30 minutes. She was speeding. Daniels took the stand on Thursday afternoon. In her testimony, Daniels described a childhood marked by physical. That's true though. That's true. Where you come from do affect what you do and how you react to shit. I'm sorry I'm being insensitive. That's factual shit. And physical, emotional abuse from her mother and stepfather. Daniels claimed that her stepfather was a well-known and respected pastor in their community and that she often tried to intervene in fights between him and her mother. I done been over folks' house where there's domestic violence before, like right there in people's face. I was like, oh my gosh, this shit, wow. It's in my well, I ain't gonna go that far. Daniel spoke about her previous marriages, including a marriage that reportedly led to what she describes as a spiritual counseling with Perry. Daniels, who said she first got married after she became pregnant at 17, testified that she attempted suicide just before her divorce was finalized. Yeah, I ain't go front. Based on her story, statistically, this is how it would turn out for her based on what she's saying her background is, which is very sad. According to Daniels, she met Perry through their work at St. Mark's Baptist Church. So nothing good coming. Notorious. The church is notorious. I ain't go front. When I was still a Little Rock, I passed by there one time, if I'm remembering correctly, and they had it was 2 Escalades out there and shit parked in the pasture shit, I believe. If I'm real now, I can't fuck with that shit. That shit be making me mad at the motherfucking shit. At least drop. I know somebody who rent houses and shit, and when they go to pick up the money, they drive a beater car so they tenants don't feel like they balling out of control off of their money and shit, right? Because they self-manage. They got an Escalade, and well, I don't know what kind of what their damn truck is, but they got a nice car. They just don't, and that's how I feel like pastors should do and shit. But that's what I be talking about in this country. The pastor put that in there because what's the craziest shit they tell folks? And people y'all probably gonna be mad at me. The most fucked up shit they tell folks in them churches to me is, yeah, whatever you give today, go come back tenfold. I'm like, why is y'all using that, manipulating that saying like that? And people walk out and they see that Escalade, and subconsciously they be like, I'm gonna get an Escalade. I'm a good person. I love God. God love me. He blessed the pastor. He gonna bless me with that Escalade one day. That's subconsciously. They don't be thinking like that. They don't verbally say. Some people verbally say it, and people don't understand about the subconscious shit that they be doing, and it's really fucked up and shit. That's all motherfucking damn membership talking shit. Cause I don't know. I might start a YouTube channel talking about this shit. Cause I don't give a fuck. I want people to understand. Where the fuck we at? My bad. Daniel also said that when she took trips together, Perry made her pay for her own travel, but would pay for everything else. That motherfucker said, I don't want no paper trail to me and you kicking it like that. She claims Perry would not allow her to wear clothes when they were in the hotel room together, and that he withdrew affection if she wore clothes. Damn. I understand why she shot him now. Like, the dude he was an asshole, basically. Full-fledged asshole, too. Like, he treated her just like a piece of ass. Like, 100%. Like, piece of ass. Daniels also claims that Perry ordered her not to call 911 if anything happened to him while they were together, and instead instructed her to call another pastor they know. That's some drug dealer shit. That's some drug dealer shit right there. On the stand, Daniels described her early relationship with Perry as amazing, saying that he made her feel beautiful and gave her physical and emotional attention she hadn't received in years. Daniels testified that she bought Perry expensive gifts, including paying membership at a high-end cigar lounge he frequented. Oh, yeah, I ain't go front. I'm about to be judgmental right here. I don't understand cigars, smoking and shit at all. I don't get it. And if I understand, you know what? If I had heard this, I would have asked her, like, how many times did she shoot him? Okay, 2 times. Because she was paying for a cigar. They get sticks and light them on fire and don't get high. And them motherfuckers be costing like an ounce and shit sometimes for them. Yeah, she did the right thing. She did the right thing. Daniels testified that In October 2017, Perry told her that he and his wife would separate and that he had sent his wife to Florida. Sent. She said she spent several nights with him during that time and that they even traveled out the country together. Daniels claimed that Perry would often have a third person with them during the public outing, so that would appear that was church related. Wasn't this on the Shy? This what that preacher was doing on the Shy. Daniels testified that early in their relationship, Perry repeatedly brought up the concept of ethical non-monogamy and would ask her to find someone to join their sexual relationship. She said she was not comfortable with his idea. Daniels claimed that Perry told her that his wife knew about this concept. This was on fucking Insecure with was Issa Rae's homegirl. She was with that light skinned dude, and he was telling her the same thing. But then when they went to their party, it didn't seem like it was like that. Cause with the wife was there, if I remember correctly. Daniels claims that Perry told her that his wife knew about this concept and that she had permitted him to be open on his side of the marriage. Later in her testimony, Daniel says that Perry's wife had no idea about the relationship with her. During their affair, Rhodes would accept a position at Mississippi Boulevard Baptist Church. Daniels testified that Perry gave her his new address and would frequently return to Little Rock for work as well as orthodontist appointments. You crazy? Oh, that motherfucker, he slick like a fox, because you got to go back to your same orthodontist. He had the perfect excuse to go back at least once a month. That's diabolical. Daniel says that they got together whenever he was in town. During Thursday's testimony, Daniels described an incident in March 2019 in which she claims that Perry was rough and cold with her in a way that she was not used to. She testifies that it made her feel used and left in a bad emotional state. Daniels claims that she decided to kill herself in front of Perry so that he would feel the pain he caused me. That's so... I had to tell a friend one time, one of my homegirls, she was with a dude that was pretty much dogging her out like that, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck his homeboy and all that shit. I was like, he not go give a fuck. They just go high five about that shit after the fact. Like, he don't care. You can't hurt him like he hurts you because he don't give a fuck. You can't cause nobody pain that don't got no feelings for you. This sounds exactly like what this shit is. She says Perry convinced her not to hurt herself, took the gun from her, and made her promise him that she would meet him the next morning. Daniels testifies that she decided to stay with a friend in Pine Bluff. She was inhaling that damn, is the paper mill still in damn Pine Bluff? Pine Bluff has some toxic ass air and shit. UAPB AIDS statistics was out the roof when I was going out there. She says that during that time she had limited contact with Perry. Daniel said that she was speaking to Perry when she returned to Little Rock, not AIDS specifically, STDs in general. Daniels then describes the events of April 4th, 2019. She testifies that she texted Perry that morning but did not get a response until hours later. She says Perry sent her a message telling her that they should end the relationship. Dude. The way this read, this limited contact, we don't know. I'm assuming we all been there. I had caught myself giving somebody a chance that had just came out of a breakup of a 8-year relationship and shit. My dumb ass thing, I'm so dope. I was like, oh yeah. And the honeymoon phase, they was all motherfucking on me and shit and everything. But I was just a tampon in a Band-Aid, because this ain't the struggle stream. I can't get as graphic as I ain't trying to get over here like that, but I was just a Band-Aid, you know what I'm saying? A chocolate Band-Aid to cover, their pain and stuff. And I ain't realized till I got out of that situation. I was like, it was like the Sixth Sense when I went back and I was like seeing all the signs, like, nigga, you was a piece of ass. You were a piece of ass. And I'm gonna be honest with you. At at that point, I kind of feel how Marcus on Boomerang felt for the first time ever. I was like, wow, because I got sold a dream. But I was dumb though. I ain't go front. I was dumb. Everybody plays a fool sometimes. But yeah, this limited contact, because that's what happened. Same thing. I'm talking about it started off up here and then slowly drifted down. And I remember certain little events, things that was said, looks that was made. It was all after the fact. And then out of nowhere, from getting called every morning, waking your ass up to nothing. Then you wait 2 days, you call them. Phone, they just, oh, I'm busy. Da-da-da. And then they slowly, I forgot what the word is called. They breadcrumb you, and then boom, nothing. That's this limited contact. That's how it go. Luckily though, I had so much built up negative karma from all the fucked up shit I done did to where that shit I went through after that, I was like, I deserved it. It hurt, but I never was like, why me? Oh, I was like, God damn, I did all that fucked up shit. This shit hurt like a motherfucker. Same thing with me and my wife. I broke up the first time. I was like, I deserve this. I'm not a good person. Let's see. What the fuck? Did this bitch time out? Oh, okay. I'm sorry I'm interrupting the story. It's just bringing back memories. Daniels then describes the events of April 4th, 2019. She testifies that she texted Perry that morning but did not get a response to hours of goddamn. I'm talking about play-by-play. Wow. She says that Perry sent her a message telling her that they should end it. Yeah, she was shattered. There's no other word for that. That lady was shattered. Wow. Daniels says that the breakup made her feel used and worthless. According to Daniels, she decided to end her own life. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like pump fake suicide attempters. I know that sound fucked up, but I know some people that be like, "Oh, do it." Like, you said that like 8 times over the last 8 years. Like, I don't think you want to go. It's a serious thing, but at the same time, it's just like, after the 3rd time, I'm kind of like, yo. And I know several people that's done committed suicide and stuff, so, yeah. I don't know. They situations. If I told you their situation, you'd be like, kind of get it. Let's see. Daniels testified. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna go back to that topic because I know y'all probably like, oh, that's fucked up. There's no reason you should have. Daniels testified that she brought a gun. Oh wait, Daniels' defense attorney entered the suicide note Daniels allegedly wrote as evidence to the court. So you had a defense attorney to let you go on the stand? You got the dumbest attorney ever in life. What time is it? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. And download Reasonable Doubt. Do it on my phone. Yo tablet slow. It's upstairs. Hold on, let me see. Oh no, it's too allegedly, at least I got I'm caught up in the story now. Like I'm invested now. Like I'm going to read it because it's just a good, because yeah, this is not a good story, but it's a good lesson. Yeah, you don't have to read it anymore. Just wanted to see if you knew about it. Little Rock don't play. It does not. But we gonna finish this. No, y'all know how I am. I got a short attention span, but this got me hooked because I knew how it was gonna end. I just wanted to see if I was right, and I was 100% right. Cause have I been looking in the right camera this whole damn time? I'm still getting used to these cameras. So and now I'm mad at her lawyer. Daniels' defense attorney entered the suicide note when Daniels allegedly wrote as evidence to the court. Daniels became emotional as she read the note aloud. She says that she left the note in her phone because she knew that her younger sister would eventually find it. Daniels testified that she brought a gun and decided to drive to a park in Jacksonville. I used to stay in Jacksonville to shoot herself because the park represented several of the men of her life, including Perry. Daniels says that that's sad. That's sad for real. Daniel says that as she drove on the interstate, she saw the Memphis exit. She was like, fuck that shit. I ain't going. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at that thought process a little bit. She saved herself and decided to drive to Memphis to talk to Perry in person. Daniels testified that she drove to a lounge in Midtown Memphis that she knew Perry frequented. She claims that she ran into Perry as he was leaving the lounge, and they agreed to go to his apartment in Collierville to speak to his wife about their relationship. I know she didn't believe that. She says that she told Perry to make her small talk with his wife. She says that she says that Perry told her to make small talk with his wife until he got there. I don't believe none of this shit. That shit don't make any sense at all. Daniels testified that she drove to the apartment and that Perry's wife embraced her and let her inside. She says that they talked for a while until Perry arrived. Daniels testified that Perry did not tell his wife about their relationship and that she decided to leave the apartment because the conversation was going nowhere. Daniels testified that she asked Perry to walk her out, but he refused, and instead his wife walked her to the door. Daniels then claims that she remembers standing in their kitchen. When asked if she denied shooting Perry and his wife, Daniels says that she doesn't deny shooting them, but that she doesn't remember firing it. This broad line now. Like that shit didn't go down. Nothing like that. Daniels testifies that she did not go to the apartment to kill or harm anyone. I'm so very sorry. I knew this as soon as I heard that I knew this was some bullshit. As soon as I heard this damn Daniels said on the stand, I never want to hurt anybody. During the brief cross-examination, the prosecution challenges Daniels' claims and emphasizes that she chose to buy a gun and drive to Memphis in the same way that she chose to be in a relationship with Perry. Called you a skank. The prosecution also points out that Daniels spent around 3 hours driving to Memphis and spent around 20 minutes speaking to Perry's wife before the shooting. Okay, so I guess she did talk to her. All right. And I still stand by my she got there in 2.5 hours. Don't nothing make, anytime you see somebody doing like 100 or something on the freeway, they going to catch whoever they fucking with cheating. 1000% guarantee you that. Every time you see somebody speeding in broad daylight, like that excessive speed, they going to catch that motherfucker in action. I bet all my money on that. Every time I done seen it, I was like, yeah, they think they got him. The prosecution also points out that Daniel spent around 3 hours driving to Memphis and spent around 20 minutes speaking to Daniel's wife before the shooting. The prosecution argues that Daniel shot Perry and his wife because she was angry and heartbroken over the end of the relationship. Okay, so I'm assuming if that's true, that he kind of went line about what he told her, that the wife was cool with certain shit, but just didn't tell her about her or something. Daniel testified that she loved Perry and that she wouldn't have intentionally hurt him. The prosecutor ended her questioning, allowing Daniel's defense to question her about her mental state. Daniel testifies that she was not her normal, healthy self, and that, I gotta be honest, the way you done told us about your previous, you've never really been normally healthy, and that she had not been in a good mental state for the entire day of April 4th. I'll be honest, you probably ain't been, as a person that be in back and forth of mental states, sounds like you have not been in a one since a youth. You just never had no stability or any protection or safety, so you don't know how that feels. And when you grow up in an environment where there is no safety, it is impossible to have a healthy mental state because you always in survival mode, paranoia mode, and for lack of a better word, what's that damn clingy mode, and you will accept any damn thing. sadly. Daniel's testimony ends with her reiterating that the only person she wanted to kill that day was herself. So, did she go to jail? When was this story? How long ago was this? This was November 6th, 20. Oh, this shit happened today. Let me hear this shit. A whole hour. I thought it was.
Yes.
That's her? If that's her, nah, she knew what she was gonna do.
So, and during that period,
I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be very controversial what I'm about to say, but people who wear glasses, they mean the shit they do, and they pre-planned it. I don't know why I think that. I think it is a stereotype that I just feel people that wear glasses is way more smarter than everybody. Because all of the good villains growing up that were smart scientists wore glasses, so it's probably a subconscious thing. But I think people that wear glasses full time, especially if they ain't swap out the contacts ever, they like wearing their glasses. If you wear them glasses on the stand with me, I ain't gonna even listen to the evidence. I'm like, you're guilty. You see, they're wearing glasses. They wore glasses this whole time during the. What you say? What you mean? Because you wear. What that mean? You wear glasses? You probably a murderer too. I think we all got little weird shit that we got like stereotypes of certain weird shit. I think we all got it. We got all have it and shit. But that's just me. That's one of mine. I have a plethora of them. They don't make sense to me either. All of this sounds crazy, but watching her on that stand was even crazy, especially with her being you can't trust a psychologist. She already know the game. Look at her. Look how poised and all that shit. Now she about to try to turn on the damn waterworks and shit. Yeah, she practiced. She practiced them crying.
whatever you tell me.
Now she all dried up. No. She that's the face. That's the face she made. That's the face she made looking at that nigga like, yeah, bitch. You thought I was playing with you, didn't you? Maybe her story true. I don't know. I'm not real good at that type of shit. Like I be you shoot two people in one day. It could be a crime of passion, but it ain't because you was on your way to Jacksonville and then you saw the Memphis exit. That's premeditated in my mind. Cause he told you y'all ain't together no more. You went, and that was basically a stalker move. You went and stalked him. He didn't tell you to come up in that bitch. You took the exit to Memphis and tried to force some shit that just wasn't gonna work, and then used your evil glasses wearing powers and shot two people. And that's just what it is. Sounds pretty guilty to me. She got a crazy upbringing and stuff, but I'll further tell y'all why I didn't believe my insensitive. First off, I don't think suicide bad. That's a whole nother topic and shit. I got reasons, but I don't believe she really was gonna kill herself ever, because if you facing being in jail for the rest of your life, that is the time you going and clock out. I'd be like, jail forever? Do you know what you gotta do to get Pizza Hut in jail? I'm not doing that. I had a good run. Clock out. Me personally, I don't see how people be going to jail and shit. Life ain't that dope to me. To be alive in there, that's not even alive. That's dead man walking for real. Or I'd be like, yo, can I get the death penalty like early? I know I just stole a candy bar, but look, county is not. I don't want to be in there. Can I just get the lethal injection tomorrow, please? But that's me, and I'm out there. Let's see. Nope, they all went to St. Mark, so the wife just thought it was a church worker. She told the wife she was in town for yeah, that was a setup. She killed them motherfuckers in cold blood. I ain't gonna lie though, he did dog her, but I think she knew what the situation. He did let her know what the situation was. She decided to continuously put emotion into it. He didn't cause once he told her, really to be honest, once you sneaking around, like he was sneaking around, but the shit was being cool. She knew what the game was. She just was. Let me see what this motherfucker is. He a pimping pasture. Let me see what he look like. Let me see. Broads Perry and Broads. I'm gonna be honest. You got a name like Broads and Perry in the same name. A motherfucker with a name like that is, if they not a pimp currently, they were a pimp in a previous timeline. Broads Perry, that is a gangster ass name. Let me see what this. Let me see if he looks like a Broads Perry. Perry. Let's see. Fuck, it didn't look like no goddamn Broads Perry. Like his name was he looked like a Chris. He looked more like a Chris or a William. I don't know, but I was. What his wife look like then? Let me see, wife. Did the wife die too? Yeah. Hey, this her smelling this shit over here? Yeah, that motherfucker crazy. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm shocked. I was not expecting that to be a Broads Perry. I was thinking it was gonna be somebody that had like that was dark skin, had taco meat and shit, with a very thin gold chain sitting slightly on top of it. All right, and two permanents, on the same side. That's what I thought I was gonna see. He don't look like he ever. He probably pushed a lot of cocaine though. I'm gonna stand by his name and him doing some nefarious shit. He did some nefarious shit. I'm gonna stand by that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I ain't gonna front though. You name your child Broads Perry. You kind of setting them up to get shot. That's the kind of name that look good on the tombstone from a shooting. Like, just think about it. I know it sounds crazy, but it kind of do. Let's see. Exactly. I'm not going to jail for nobody. Did the wife testify? Yeah. Is the wife alive? That's what I want to know. Alive. Is the wife alive? If Jerry is. Oh, check this out. This on Court TV.
Reach out and apologize to you.
So this the wife right here. I don't think she wanted to show her face though.
And you and Natasha were fairly friendly. Yeah. You play tennis once a month for a couple months. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, after Rose got the job at Mississippi Boulevard, y'all moved from Little Rock to Memphis. Correct. And at no.
So why she ain't showing her face here, but they showed it? She got shot in the face. Did they shoot her in the face? She said the extramarital relationship were all hard nose right here. If y'all ain't see this, she said it was hard nose. So that shit wasn't open. She said she denies the open relationship in that bitch. Yowzers. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, he don't. Like if my daughter brought him home, I'd be like, excuse us, bros. Chunky, can you come upstairs, talk to me real quick? Tweet the wife said she was not with all of that poly stuff when he brought it to her. She used an app called It cut it off right here. Let me see. She used the app called Confide that makes your text disappear. She's the one he's holding. I'm just saying, y'all. I just be saying. He do got a type. This go back to what I was telling you. When it came to that colorism, when we was talking about the colorism, it was the same way with my homeboy. My homeboy Suave. He yellow. All his ex-wife, most of the girls he all dealt with was dark skinned. Every one of them. And it's just like that. In Little Rock, tell me allegedly, at least, if you ain't noticed that too. In Little Rock, it seemed like light-skinned dudes get with dark-skinned girls, and then dark-skinned dudes get with everybody. Because that was me. Every once in a while, you see a yellow couple, and I ain't gonna lie. When you see a yellow couple, I be like, they bougie. They think they better than everybody else. No, she got hit in the arm. Damn. Damn. That's fucked up though, on some real shit, man. That's why you don't. I'm trying to think of what the hell I was gonna say. Cause we all make mistakes, but shit. I people I'm about to jump off, but it's one thing that I wanna end with. When me and my wife the first time I keep saying the first time. The last time we broke up, the last time we had broke up, I was so fucked up. You know how when you go your heartbeat broke and shit, that's when you start wanting to go to churches and shit. I remember what stopped me from going to regular church, I had a motorcycle at the time, and I drove up to this random church, and some just told me to go in there, motherfucker. And I went in there with some kids preaching, and then I listened. I was like, these kids suck. And then I went up in the leave, and then the pastor came and called me from around the corner. He was like, oh, you leaving so soon? You just got here? I was like, yeah, I feel like I got the message I needed. He was like, oh, are you saved? You been baptized? I was like, nah, I ain't been. He was like, I see you got that motorcycle helmet there. I was like, yeah. He was like, it'd be a shame if you go out there on the road and without being saved. And I was like, hold on, you telling me? I didn't say this out loud, but in my brain I was like, this motherfucker goes, why is you wishing a crash on my goddamn bike? He said that shit. I was like, yeah, I think I'm all right. And then I left that motherfucker, and I was like, something told me not to go in no goddamn motherfucking damn church and shit where motherfuckers was letting the kids preach and shit. So I went and got a book by the Dalai Lama. It's called How to Truly See Yourself and shit. And I always been open to all sorts of different shit. And the main thing, if you look into Buddhism and shit, the main thing they say that causes the most pain is attachment. And not just attachment to a person, but attachment to anything, your material shit, this world, this physical world, just attachment in general is what causes us the most pain, because you get attached to something, you don't want to detach from it, right? And that's what makes us do the craziest shit, because we don't want that detachment. We don't want to lead the attachment. But if you can go into situations, it's the same thing with meditation. Meditation train your brain not to focus on a thought. Your whole goal is just let shit pass by, right? Don't attach to the thought. You are not your thoughts. I remember I went to a therapist. She was like, and they say that in that Feeling Good book, you aren't the thoughts that you have. Like, you are not those. They pop up in your head, but you don't have to, A, you don't have to focus on them, and B, you don't have to do what the thoughts tell you to do, so you're not your thoughts. Long story short, that got me past a big hurdle, because I was still attached, and I started meditating, all this shit, I won't say the meditating did it. Well, probably, but the message, just attachment causes pain. And to go into shit, just knowing that it's just like a thought in your mind, and it's just go temporary. Everything temporary. It don't matter what nothing is. I think people go into marriages and they say, "Oh, this shit gonna be forever." Da da da. It could be. It could be forever, but it might be temporary. You gotta go. And that's why don't trip about getting on divorcing them. Me and her had a full blown conversation about that shit. Like, if something ain't for you no more, you need to go on the bounce. And it is what it is. But you need to go into every situation with this is temporary. Not it might be temporary, it could be temporary. It is temporary. Cause we down here temporarily and shit. Ain't no such thing as no forever here on earth and shit. So that's my quote for tonight and stuff. I wish that people could understand that, especially with material shit and all that shit. That's why the motherfuckers we talked about earlier be worried about losing half their money and shit in divorces. They attached and shit to the wrong shit. That money is some temporary shit. You just gotta, it's more nuanced than that and shit, but really that's the gist of it. I'm gonna start me a cult one day. I'm just playing. Oh yeah, you right. I'm I'm gonna get it anyway. Oh, okay then. You not interrupting me. Oh, that's fine. I'll just get another what should I do? Love you. Tweet, no, it starts back up tomorrow with closing arguments. Yeah, I ain't go front. I'm gonna fucking follow this case and shit. Cause I wanna see what happens. Cause she going to jail. She go to jail. She going to jail. Cause she fucked up on a, if I was the lawyer and I heard her, as soon as I heard her say, I was driving on my way to kill myself, but then I saw the exit to Memphis, and so I just went and took it. And now, you remember when she said I was gonna go to Jacksonville to a park and kill myself there because it had special meaning for other niggas? That bitch was lying. She just wanted a reason. She just tried to have a reason to be going in the direction of Memphis and shit. That motherfucker wasn't going to no damn park. Go because of memories of who the hell gonna go to a damn park? See, this ain't damn Japan and shit where you go and do the damn motherfucking honor suicides and shit. That motherfucker, she had murder on her motherfucking mind. That motherfucker was bumping damn TRU. That pop, 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 pop goes my nine. Every time I think about the times you did me wrong, pop goes my nine. Pop, 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 pop goes my nine. Goes my nine. Picture me rolling. Rest in peace, pop. That's what she was bumping on the way up there. 100%. She had her whole CD book, and she went and she got that TRU, put in that goddamn disc too. She played that motherfucking damn Moby Dick. It's a damn shame. Y'all welcome. I'm just playing. There's a case in Lafayette, Louisiana, an 18-year-old. Yo, we should. You know what else we gonna do? I think I'm gonna have a day for everything. I want to do crime stories and shit over here too. That shit be fun. That was fun right there. Shit, listen about people losing their life and another person go lose their life in jail. It's sad, but it was entertaining and shit. We gonna do that shit over here. Let's see. Tweet. I'm a true crime fanatic. Yeah, we gonna do true. I'm gonna have a true crime day on this bitch. That shit gonna be fun. Y'all should post true crime. Like I'm gonna post once a week and have y'all suggest, or I'm gonna look for true crime stuff, and then I'm gonna have y'all like suggest stories, so we have a steady flow of people's lives going down the drain to watch. I just bought the one that brought that one up because Soup and I both from Little Rock, so I knew he would laugh. Yeah, same where I was like, it's gonna be some fuckery afoot. All right, we about to go watch. Do y'all watch Unreasonable Doubt? It come on Hulu. It's about that black lawyer and stuff. It's a really good show that sometimes kind of get No, they did real good this time. I liked it and shit. It's a good show. Y'all should check that out. All right, y'all. I'm about to head out. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. As usual, catch me tomorrow. I'll be on the struggle stream 7:15, maybe. And yeah, we gonna talk about music stuff over there, mainly music, as you know, and pop culture stuff and a dialogue with my homeboy and stuff. I hope y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. See y'all on the flip side. Peace out. Wait. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. I think did I connect back? Don't go nowhere. I forgot to do my outro and shit. This is my outro.